Hey everybody, welcome back to another Gaijin Gaiden. And this time I want to talk to you about something you've probably heard about here in Japan. And that's just sort of how, I guess, trustworthy people are here. Now let me provide you with a little context by what I mean by trustworthy. Obviously not everyone in a nation of more than 130 million people is trustworthy. I mean, Japan has jails and prisons for a reason. But while I was out today, I was walking through the shopping district, and propped up against this pillar I happened to come across, there was a GameCube. I mean, no cords or anything, just like a flat out old time GameCube just sitting there. Now, probably somebody had been shopping and maybe picked it up at one of the old, knick-knack stores or whatever, paused there to rearrange their stuff for a minute, and then simply walked off and left it. And as people have mentioned more than once here in Japan, people walking off and just sort of leaving laptops and phones and even wallets just sitting there, and them actually still being there when a person came back, or if someone forgets something valuable, it's just still there when they come back, because people here are simply much less likely to steal it than they are in the United States. And there's a great deal of truth to this. I remember I was in Starbucks several months ago, and I happened to come across a wallet sitting on a chair. I was trying to sit down and have some coffee, and I was sort of like, okay, did some guy just leave his wallet here to go to the bathroom? And is this holding his chair, or is this some guy who legitimately lost his wallet? And I'm just sort of standing there looking around trying to figure out what to do. And some local guy came by and basically said, like, yeah, that's my wallet. And I guess he'd just gone to the bathroom or something. But still, the idea that you would just sit your wallet on a table and walk off. I mean, again, in America, you would never do this in a restaurant or any sort of really public place, because be stolen in an instant. And we in America, of course, just accept that as a matter of course, as much as we accept the sunset. Anything of any value that's not nailed down is probably going to get stolen. That's just how the world works. But in Japan, of course, it doesn't quite work that way. I mean, of course, I would personally not advise you to leave anything valuable sitting around where there's a chance that someone who's less than honest might come along and run off with it. But it certainly, I don't think, requires the level of paranoia we've been conditioned to expect in America. And frankly, I think maybe that level of caution is a bit exaggerated. That said, better safe than sorry, right? I mean, I certainly know there was a time I was with one of my friends in college. We had been hanging out in the food court at the university, just chatting, and we left the food court to go to one of our friends' houses, and my friend suddenly realized he'd left his laptop sitting on the table in the food court, and he and I rushed back there, and fortunately for him, the laptop was still there. Of course, there being security cameras in the area probably might have had a little bit of a thing to do with it, but still, he and I were both, well, he was relieved, and I was like, wow, dude, you got lucky. I was genuinely surprised that thing was gone. I totally expected it to have been stolen, even though we'd only been gone 15 minutes. Anyway, I suppose I'm rambling at this point. But yeah, it really is quite amazing just how casual people can be with these things. And it really does make you wonder what it says about your society and your culture that this is probably not something you could get away with where you live. Anyway, guys, thanks for taking the time to listen to what I had to say. As always, please comment, rate, subscribe, and of course you can follow me on Twitter at Hoosier Jedi. Sorry, that's the wrong one. That's my other channel where I actually review nerdy TV shows. If that's up your gig, if that's the sort of thing that's up your alley, please, please, please do check it out. The new fall TV season will be starting oh so very soon, and I'm going to be making quite a lot more videos for that channel. Again, this is a totally separate thing, just talking about Japan stuff. I might mention my other channel occasionally, but I'm not going to start posting those videos there. Totally different thing. But again, if you're interested, please do check it out. Anyway, guys, you can follow this channel at Gaijin Gaiden on Twitter. Until next time, take care and have a good one.